Welcome to the Ballard Proud podcast. It seems everyone can agree that Ballard is a fantastic school district, and when asked why, the answer always includes some reference to, well, it's people and relationships. So I'm on a mission to get to know the people of Ballard and find out why everyone is so proud to be part of this district. I'm Danny Trimble, Superintendent for the Ballard District, and I'd love for you to come along with me on this journey to uncover what it means to be Ballard Proud. Welcome to this edition of the Ballard Proud podcast. Our guest today is Jessica Sandbothe, a special education teacher at West Elementary. I haven't had the opportunity to visit much with Jessica since I came to the district, so I'm really looking forward to joining our listeners today and hearing more about you. Thank you for saying yes.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to sharing a little bit about myself with the rest of the Ballard community.
Great. So the best place to start is just with maybe a little history, as much as you'd like. Tell us how you ended up here in the Ballard District.
Sure. I started teaching special education out of college. I graduated from Iowa State, and we moved to Illinois, Southern Illinois, and I taught special ed preschool. And then as we started to have our children, we decided we wanted to be closer back to Iowa. So my husband and I moved back to, we ended up in Fairfield, Iowa for 13 years. And I taught a variety of different grades. I always wanted a challenge. Every few years, I decided I needed, to change a little or learn more. So I taught kindergarten, I taught second grade, I taught middle school Title I reading, and then I was an instructional coach the year previous to us moving here. My husband got a promotion with the Iowa Farm Bureau Federation, so he actually travels to West Des Moines daily from Huxley. But I wanted our kids to go to a school that was small and had a great community. And I'd always remembered Huxley just from driving through, to Ankeny from Ames when we were in college. And our realtor was friends with our realtor in Fairfield, so she kind of helped us point into the right direction. And we purchased our house on my birthday, which is around May 1st. And I got hired the next week to teach special ed at Ballard. So it just really fell into place. It was so exciting. And I was so relieved to be able to have my children attend the district that I work in, because it just works out so well with us. So
yeah, nice.
How
long have you been here?
This is my third year at Ballard. And this is my 20th year in education. So yeah. I don't feel like I've been teaching for 20 years most of the time until I go home and I sit down for a minute and I'm really tired.
Yep. Well, thank you for that little history. And a little bit lighter hearted question here, just to get to know you a little bit more. What's on your playlist?
Well, I love listening to 90s grunge music, and actually also Zach Bryan. We went to see him in concert in Minneapolis in August for our 20th wedding anniversary, and that was really fun. We got to take my 18-year-old daughter and her friend. So yeah, I kind of have a diverse music listening capabilities, I guess.
Yeah, that is a little bit diverse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to ask you about what you're watching these days, but
Sure.
know that I know educators often don't get to sit down very often. And here's the thing, when we do, we generally fall asleep.
Yes, that's very true. Very true. I am reading a lot of good books lately too. And I don't really watch a ton of TV or stream stuff, but I did finish All the Light We Cannot See. And then I started streaming that on Netflix. And I haven't gotten very far into it, but it's pretty good so far. And then I'm still trying to finish the last parts of The Crown, because that was another. I love historical fiction, anything. My kids are the same way. My daughters and my husband, we all love anything to do with history. So that tends to be the topic of conversation or what we're reading about at my house. So
nice. I am also trying to finish up the end of The Crown. And sometimes it gets a little slow, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it does. Or I just don't have time. I run out of time a lot too. Yeah. I'd rather read, I think, than watch TV sometimes. So
yeah, you mentioned the reading now a couple times. What kind of literature do you like to read?
Well, I really like to read historical fiction or mysteries. So that's kind of where I've been. And I love it when there's a series to keep me like busy. Like Louise Penny has written some really good books about a police officer who's like a detective in Canada. And it's not an easy book. You have to think, and I don't like to have something too easy. I want to stay engaged with it. So that's what I've been on lately.
Yeah, nice. What else do you like to do outside of school? You mentioned family. I'm sure you have other things you like to do.
Actually, I work at Flight Bar and Grill on the weekends, and on the summer, I'm a hostess at the front. And so if you come in, sometimes I might seat you. I worked in the back as a prep cook for a while too in the summer. So that's just fun. It's fun to work with the college kids. You still feel kind of like you're young, and they're easy to talk to. So that's been really fun. And Flight gives back all of the money to the education foundation. So that was really cool. I helped roll a lot of those burgers that we sold in the past year. We have 2 Jack Russell Terriers that I like to take for walks with my daughter, or all of them if they come with. I have an 18-year-old daughter who's a freshman at Iowa State. So, we hang out when we can. And then I have a 14-year-old daughter, and then I have a 10-year-old daughter. So, they keep us busy, and we like to cook and do all kinds of things with them on the weekends too. So
Nice. And for now, our community members, as they come and go to Flight on the weekends, if they haven't put 2 and 2 together, we can all say hello to you.
yes, exactly. Yep. I'm usually there maybe on a Friday night or a Saturday night, sometimes on Sunday morning. So it just depends on when they need people. So
Yeah, good enough. Will you be out walking the dog in the snow that's coming?
probably not. I don't enjoy being out in the snow as much, but the dogs like it, but not me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes. Yep.
All right, last question. Just want to focus a little bit more on your thoughts on the Ballard district and, 3 years that you've been here and you continue to obviously want to be here. So I love hearing people just talk about the district. So my question, when you hear the words Ballard Proud, what comes to mind?
I think that the biggest thing I think of is acceptance. So when we moved here, I had a daughter in elementary school here at West, one at the middle school and one at the high school. And it was a very interesting time for them to make a move. Olivia was a junior, and Emmeline was going into 6th grade, and Abby was in 2nd. And I was worried about their transition. But as soon as they started, they were accepted, they were introduced to other kids, they got involved. The staff here was welcoming to me, helping me navigate the community. But then, I've seen since then, since working here, a lot of families have moved in, and we weren't the only ones. And everyone has been just as accepting, helping them find resources, reaching out if they needed anything. And so for me, the acceptance of new people into a small community, is just so important. And I see that every day with the staff here that I work with, and I'm sure at the other buildings too, because my girls were all involved in something like that. Just finding that person that they can talk to, or that teacher that, they enjoy being around. So yeah, acceptance is part of being Ballard Proud.
Nice. And I would say relatable for me as someone new as well, that I share those thoughts. Thank you, Jessica, for making time to share. It's a nice way to get to know people a little bit more. And so we'll look forward to sharing this information with the community. Take care.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Ballard Proud. There's more to come as we dive into what it means to be Ballard Proud. Until next time, I'm Superintendent Danny Trimble, and I hope you have a great day.